2 weeks later, Madeline is dead.
Let's see if the mad monk really can conjure up the spirit of your dead wife live on air. $500,000 should be incentive enough, no?
Christy. Maria.
Oh, shit.
Go to commercial. Go to a goddamn commercial.
Diabo commands his followers to douse the premises and themselves in gasoline.
Christo is dead.
What?
He had some kind of hemorrhage in the ambulance.
Holy shit.
I know.
No. I thought that was all part of his act. What did Haig called it? Spouting?
Well, apparently he was spouting from, well, everywhere. The paramedics couldn't get it under control.
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
No!
I promised to worship and obey thee and perform thy unholy bidding. Oh, fuck.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Hey, there I am. Hey, it's been a minute. Yeah, Late Night with the Devil, man. It gets better every time. And there's some stuff I didn't include in like the kill count and stuff, like the whole cult stuff and the real meaning behind it. Like a lot of it, I guess he sold his soul to the devil and for the ratings. But just being on TV is good enough for me, man. I mean, he should have just been lucky with that. But I guess he sold his soul to the devil. And now people are saying, well, he actually, the wife was like payment for it, but she was sort of already dead, or it was all in his mind. It's almost like a joke, the Joker movie and everything. You're like, what's real? What's not real? What the hell's going on for reals? And this is pretty cool because it's not likely to be a sequel. How could they make a sequel? He's going to be crazy or in jail for stabbing the woman. But you have this tape as evidence and be like, hey, Your Honor, look, there was the devil there and everything. You're right. You could be. I would like to see like what the trial does and everything. Like maybe he gets off, but they have him on like camera stabbing a girl or something like that. So yeah, he's probably likely going to jail. Whatever. That freeze frame. Yeah. I mean, it's a good little. It shows what happens, and you saw her alive a little bit in it, but yeah. Ah! Yeah. Oh, and it's on Shudder too, dude. Shudder's just killing it. And I think he was thinking it was the hypnosis the whole time. That's why he was like awake, right? He thought he could just wake up from that shit, but nope. Nice.
And the shocked nation. Late Night with the Devil.
So it's a bit of found footage, and you're like, yeah, all right, because I'm not a big fan of fan footage either. I just go like, okay, Blair Witch and everything. No, like just it doesn't really do it for me, dude. It just gets a no from me. But yeah, this whole stuff with the cult, that's dope. I didn't like explain that much in my video, but basically, he's like what's this cult? What the woods with the redwoods or something like that? I guess like an entertainment cult, like that was used to be like big back in the day or something like that. I guess it's like prior to being like the Shriners Club or something. So I guess that's when he met the devil, because the devil actually even told him, was like, well, what about the tall tree? So he knew that demon like personally. So that's pretty neat. It's still playing in theaters
2
too.
weeks
So
later,
that's pretty dope.
Madeline is dead.
Let's see if the Mad Monk really can conjure up the spirit of your dead wife live on air. $500,000 should be incentive enough, no?
Christy. Buddy.
The projectile vomit is pretty nice.
Go to commercial. Go to a goddamn commercial.
It hit on the camera too. So it's very cool. So like they're doing new stuff with found footage, which is pretty cool. So it's not like Host a couple of years back where everybody's watching it on the laptop and whatnot. And yeah, and then that guy with the check and everything. So yeah, he kept upping it from 100 grand all the way up to 500 grand, which was cool. I would like to see that dude in some other movies too. Like he could be fucking with the Warrens. Like Warrens, you're so full of shit. If he didn't melt, it was so awesome. At the end, it became like a Melocalypse episode. Everybody was dying. The demon actually showed up. And they always had like a chance to back out of it, and they didn't. That was pretty cool too. Because you have to be able to be like, well, here's the point of no return. Or you could have just did something like at the very end, just don't acknowledge, like, no, let's not watch more footage and have the girl's head split open and kill everybody here. That's not what we're gonna do. But yeah, even during the exorcism, it's sort of like, oh, exorcist, the person came out and then they came back, and then you're like, oh, okay. All right. We did that. And he got greedy too. Like, oh, you gotta come on the show again. Please come on the show again. We'll do this every week. We'll be like the Exorcist show. That's probably what like Maury did the first time he did like DNA test live in studio. He just went, oh, dude, that was so cool. Like, we gotta be doing that every week. See, that's why I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention the whole cult sort of aspect to it. So it was like a summer camp and the weird stuff going on. There's orgies. That's cool. So there's a big owl that is like a person in an owl suit that's telling everybody what to do or something like that. So weird stuff. And we always thought that was far fetched until we found out about all this Puff Daddy stuff. You're like, yeah, that's not as crazy as you think.
Diabo commands his followers to douse the premises and themselves in gasoline.
Ooh, crazy. See, douse them in gasoline. So basically, I didn't want to count all those people that died either. I just go, well, they sort of just they lit the thing on fire, and that was about it. And we didn't see the bodies or anything like that, so I didn't want to count. Just didn't want to put up numbers for numbers. Or some people do kill counts like that too. They just want to put up kill counts. If like, oh, a chicken died. Like, no, I'm not counting no chicken.
He was dead. What? He had some kind of hemorrhage in the ambulance.
Holy shit.
I know.
So basically, that mind reader guy, the psychic, the mini girl showed up and possessed his body because he thought that his dead wife was coming back to speak to him. But it's also with the devil, so you're like, did Minnie kill the guy? It's just fun that the guy died and everything. I mean, people's gotta die in your thing for it to be like entertaining or something. So yeah. And that's what I believe happened. So Minnie basically showed up and killed the psychic guy. And then it's the same demon that he made a deal with to be famous. Maybe he did that after she died. I'm sorry, a little confused on like when did that happen? Like when did he make that deal with the devil? Because if his ratings were low, is it because he made a deal with the devil, or did Johnny Carson make a better deal with the devil, or something like that? Or that's sort of like the monkey paw thing. Like you wish for something to happen, but it's going to happen in a weird, fucked up way. Like, I want to be the number one show on late night. And they're like, well, you will be after this little girl's head splits open and kills everybody inside the studio. I liked how they sort of bleep some of the curse words too. That was pretty fun.
No. I thought that was all part of his act. What did Haig called it? Spouting?
Well, apparently he was spouting from, well, everywhere. The paramedics couldn't get it under control.
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
I like how the guy was trying the power of Christ. They even said that, like, oh, well, The Exorcist just came out, so they're like, yeah, sure, try it. I guess it's worth a shot. I like if it's me, dude, I'm just running ass out of there, dude. Like the whole audience. I'm not going to be like, well, I got religion doesn't work on anything anymore, dude. Crosses don't work on Abigail. You know, like when's the last time religion worked on a demon or a vampire or anything? You know what works? Getting the shit, getting the fuck out of there. He needs to come back hey, what's up, Red Ben? He needs to come back every Halloween with the same guests and different outcomes. that'd be cool. Maybe that's a dude. If they do a sequel, it could be sort of like this is his version of hell, and he's doing it, and it's sort of like remember Return of the Living Dead Part 2? That they're all like, hey, this seems like very familiar. It's like we're living in deja vu or something like that. And then I guess it's sort of like you're stuck in a loop of hell and you're trying to figure shit out, right? I don't know. But I'm totally done with that. But this does seem like it's only like a one and done. Like it's like a nice one movie. Like there's nothing to make a sequel about. I mean, everybody's pretty much dead except the host. But I would like to see, like I said, maybe he goes to trial. Maybe something like that. You use this videotape as evidence or something like that. But then it would sort of eliminate like the found footage like aspect of it. Or like you said, maybe they could do it like every Halloween or something. Like every year they sort of revisit it and see if he makes the same decisions over and over. I don't know. I would definitely like a did. Oh, he's obviously hallucinating. That's what people told me too. Like on his theory, like, well, he's hallucinating and he ended up like stabbing the girl and maybe like killing a couple of other people like on the stage. But if you look, I think like that's possible if he just did that to that girl. But then it's like that dude is all burnt up on the ground, right? That dude's all burnt up on the ground. That girl got her head like torn off. This guy's head is turned backwards. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he was having a mental breakdown. Nothing actually bad happened. Yeah, I see that theory going all around. I don't know, man. I would like to think it's real. Like everything happens. So it's like the American Psycho sort of thing. You're like, well, what's real and what's not? He definitely stabbed a girl. We know that. He stabbed her with that like serial that dagger that was used at her cult and everything. So we know that. So I think he did stab her, but I think everybody else sort of died. But maybe the end it's up to interpretation. I don't know. But I don't think he stabbed everybody. Maybe he just stabbed her. I don't know. It's not a theory. It's not a theory. There are no ghosts. Come on. Well, I know, dude. I don't believe in ghosts, but I believe in how they tell the story or something like that. So whatever. Everything could be real. Who knows? I remember I was just watching it with somebody yesterday. They're like, "Is this like a tie-in to The Exorcist or something? Like the real movie?" And it's like, no, it's just another crazy possession sort of thing. The sequel should be the host, the post-murder trial, dealing with the demon in the mental asylum. And I like that. That's yeah, you with these things, you gotta have a sequel. And it's like one of the highest rated horror movies as of late. Like it was ridiculous. It Follows almost got like a 95% Rotten Tomatoes too, and it didn't. They just announced a sequel's coming out, but they announced that like 5-6 months ago. I still haven't seen a trailer or a release date or anything, so I don't know. But yeah, you definitely got to do a sequel to something like this. Like it's either like a new episode, like, hey, is this all familiar or something like that? And maybe instead of the 70s, it's a new decade. It's like the 80s or 90s or something like that. Because the 70s talk shows had their certain feel, the 80s talk shows had a certain feel, the 90s, all that sort of stuff. So you could just do an episode per like a decade or something like that. Or it's his own like personal hell that he's going through. We all know it. But yeah, I would like to see if it's like the trial. You're right. Like your defense is, hey man, the devil showed up. I was obviously possessed. Did you see everybody else get killed? But then, yeah, I don't know. It could get crazy. And a mental asylum. That's so much more like Exorcist 3 to me. So I go like if they're going like the Exorcist 3 sort of route, but that's cool. But they actually got to show something this time. I don't know. I'm down for all that. And the funny thing is, I was like, damn, dude, his monologue was short. He only told like 2 jokes, and he was like, I'm out of here. It's not a theory. The real. Wait. Here we go. So it shows the crazy mania people being mental about devils in the 70s or 80s. Oh, dude, it was a crazy time. Like the Manson family, that thing just sort of really happened. People didn't really, people started locking their doors after that. Like people didn't even think. And then just the rise of like cult culture. People are dropping a lot of LSD, and people are taking advantage, and cults, and we never even saw anything like that. I think even when I was little, I think there was still like cults killing people. Unless one of my good friends joined a cult. So there's cults and shit still around today. And it's sad, man. The guy that he was a good friend of mine, joined a cult. I haven't seen him since. I don't know. He was also like, "Oh, come to my cult thing," and like, "No, dude, I ain't joining no stupid cult." I say the same thing about people coming. Oh, come to my church or something like that. Shows the stupidity of people back then. Yeah, it was a time of satanic panic. Yeah, it's the 70s was different. I mean, still, it's like with religious, and now it's more like politics. But The Exorcist did come out because that dude was saying the power of Christ compels you. And what Gus was all like afraid of it, like, hey man, I know we're trying to get ratings and things are down in the dumps, but I don't know if we should be messing with stuff like that. And that exorcism happened and everything. And he's all, dude, we got to get you back right away. That just showed like like he had this whole thing coming after that. Like he didn't show any moral compass at that moment. Like, dude, we got to bring you guys back as soon as possible. We could do this every week. Like, are you crazy? That's a one and done. Like he thought he was just on to something. Like, all right, man, we're gonna be the possession late night talk show. We're gonna do this all the time. Like I said, it's probably like when Maury first did like a DNA test and people were fighting and crazy and the girls were crying like, "Oh, you're not the father." And went, "Yes, that is gold. We're going to keep on doing this." Same thing with Jerry Springer. I saw a thing on Jerry Springer too. Once they got wild and crazy, they just kept replicating it. And yeah, so who knows, dude? Who knows if that could be a sequel too, dude. What if he actually gets acquitted and he comes back to the show like, "All right, was that crazy, everybody? We had The Exorcist, so here's the show back again." And then there could be a twist where it's all in his mind or he's in the asylum right now. And it could be like a Shutter Island sort of thing. He could be like, "Oh yeah, this is how he copes with this is how we cope with it." He's in there. He thinks the doctor's his guest and stuff like that. I could totally see that happening. TV will always sacrifice compassion for ratings. The host did it with his dying wife in the movie. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, because it's like he would. Well, I think everyone's saying that he sold his soul for the ratings. Like he did everything he could for the ratings. Like, I don't think anybody's actually done something like that. They brought their dying wife, and they said that was like their best episode ever, their highest rated episode. Well, because you know what? He seemed like more real to me too. Like he wasn't jokety joke. Like one of my late night guys was Conan O'Brien. When I was like working late nights and stuff like that, Conan O'Brien was my guy. But there was a lot of jokes and stuff like that. 70s was more like slow pace. Yeah, he barely had a monologue, but I think they're just like, "All right, dude, we know you have to have a monologue as a late night show. Let's keep it moving." But yeah, even having the psychic on the show, I bet a couple of shows have tried stuff like that, but it wasn't all just like shit comes to a head on like Halloween night, which is pretty neat. So yeah, so that's a theory where people are saying they were like, "Well, he hallucinated the whole thing and he ended up killing everybody," or the hypnotist might have been in on it or something. So who knows, dude? Yeah, I don't know. The more I look into the comment section, I see more theories about other stuff all the time. Like he sold his soul to the devil. He drank out of that cup near the end. So he's like, was that like a replay of the ceremony that happened with this little cult thing? But he also was like telling the guy like, dude, just chill out, dude. No, you're overplaying how powerful this cult is. Loved it when he went to commercial breaks. Gotta pay the bills. Yeah. Well, that'd be neat if you didn't have to go to commercials. And I was like, "Damn, dude, they had like 5 commercial breaks or something." I go, "Dude, that's more commercial breaks than I ever seen on one of these like talk shows or whatever." Yeah, they kept going to commercials and it was like black and white during the commercials. That's when you find out that dude died.
Madeline is dead.
On air. $500,000 should be incentive enough? No.
Oh, I love that dude too. He was pretty cool.
Weeks later, Madeline is dead.
Let's see if the Mad Monk.
Commercial. Go to a goddamn commercial.
And I guess you have to have throw up in a possession exorcist sort of movie. Oh yeah. It's going so powerful. He rolled his eyes a bit and everything. That was pretty fun. I like the psychic part, and he was feeling sick too. Like she never really left his body. So yeah. Yeah, I have it on the TV now. Like, he rolled his eyes pretty good, dude. I wonder if that was a practical effect. Yeah, can I book a guest like that? Can I book one of these people to show up on the show?
Diabo commands his followers.
Oh, and the whole AI thing is like, get the fuck out of here, dude, with this AI. The AI thing didn't mean dick. Like, they really, I think they just took the bullet and said, yeah, we used some AI images, but for like 20 seconds. Like, it was such bullshit that people were protesting this movie because of AI. Like, dude, literally, like 20 seconds of a 2 hour movie was AI a little bit. Like, probably, and they probably used AI just to like get like a base and then switched it up a little bit. So that's sort of really, I heard a couple of people saying they weren't going to see it. I read a couple of posts like that. Like, dude, you get out of here. I was so psyched for this movie. I didn't give a shit. But everybody was cool when Secret Invasion used the whole AI like intro or something like that. I don't know. I didn't like this whole like AI controversy there. And then like a big movie said they used something like that, and nobody gave a shit, but everybody was giving shit to this like little indie movie. Yeah, I remember I saw the meme about Family Guy where they're like, dude, there was like 9 production companies saying it was going to be brought to you by. So, yeah, crazy.
Followers to douse the premises and themselves in gasoline.
And was Lily inside that house? Was she? I'm not sure because I think they said from the smoldering fire she was like found or something, or a bunch of dead bodies crawled all over her. You're like, damn, dude, that was dark. But yeah, we didn't really see the bodies. I mean, we see the fire, so yeah, it does have a pretty high kill count. But yeah, the AI images being like such a big like deal breaker for most people really sucks. And it's one of my like that's why I'm even doing this stream. I was like, I'm gonna do streams on my most popular videos, and that's why I was like, let me double down on Late Night with the Devil, and maybe do a watch along some other time or something. I really like the movie and just watched it again. It's like my go-to movie right now, man. I love it. And I know I think it divided some fans. Like some fans were for it, some fans were against it a bit, and the whole AI image controversy really like dampened its box office. But I think even though it's still on Shutter, it's still playing at my movie theater. So yeah, I mean it's not sold out, but you know whatever. Oh yeah, did get him more publicity. That's for sure. Yeah, I think that was part of a marketing technique on them too. Like, let's bring up the AI images and let's see how people like, good word of mouth. Actually, like, I haven't heard anybody said that they did not like the movie. I think at worst, people say like, well, 3 stars or something like that. Like they call it mid or something, which isn't bad or not scary. And I think, yeah, even I took my girl to see it. She's on her birthday, and she didn't even say it was scary. She gets scared over everything, and she still like put up with this. So I was like, oh, okay, and loved it. So it had a nice mix of humor. It finally brought the scares in later, but it felt earned. It wasn't like it was just getting crazy, crazy, crazy. So and it sort of reminds me of like an old school 70s horror movie, like a lot slow build, impending doom a little bit. It was building up the suspense, the whole thing. It was great. Like, yeah, it didn't have all the tropes of like some recent like horror movies, like, well, you have to have like an opening kill and then, some periodic kills. It was just a sort of different sort of pace of movie. So, yeah. Oh, I liked how the guy was like a hypnotist and a magician too. Like he was a little of both. Yeah, he was never gonna pay anybody any money.
$500,000 should be incentive enough? No.
And $500,000 back in the 70s. Goddamn, dude. I think my parents bought like their house for like $80,000 in the 80s or something like that. So you say $500,000, like nowadays that's just a regular house. Regular house in California. But damn, dude, $500,000 like back then was a lot of money. But yeah, nobody was gonna pay that. Oh, I wonder what the budget was here. Let me see. I heard it was pretty small, and I even saw on an interview how it was they filmed this like 2 years ago, and then they added all the effects and stuff like that, and it took them like 2 years to come out with it. They filmed this like 2 years ago. Here, let's see the budget. Oh, Wikipedia probably has it. All right, late night with the devil. Yeah, even like consider it like a 2023 horror movie. Let's see. I don't even see. Well, usually they have the budget right down there. Let's see, including puppetry. Oh, they even had they even had practical effects with like the worms falling out of that dude. And I didn't put that one shot in my kill count because I think I was just trying to get it out, and I couldn't find too many clips and stuff like that, and it was just gonna make me a whole bunch of more work. And I'm not. And what I uploaded it already, and it's like it was already flagged, and I'm not getting anything off of it, but I just wanted to make it, like a better sort of version. See, it premiered the same month Horror Author was providing an advanced screener. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, but Stephen King says that about a lot. Your results may vary, as they say, but I urge you to watch it when you can. Yeah, I agree. Maybe $1 million, I would say, probably. Yeah, I don't think it was too far. It wasn't a lot. I'm pretty sure if I look through all this to see what the budget is. All right, here we go. Well, see, did it even make enough to warrant? Oh yeah, it was like they noted that it estimated 6,666 gross on its third day. Like, all right, dude, it's what, double the number of the beast? That's weird. That's stupid. That is some sort of coincidence. Nobody would even mention it if it was like Moana made that much or something like that. I guess it's just weird when they talk about the devil and it's just like a coincidence. Yeah, and the reviews are good. 97%. This is like what I just love how some horror movies are rated really that high. I think besides Jordan Peele, like Get Out, I think was like a 98 or 99% or something like that. Yeah, so very highly rated movie. Yeah, awesome. But I think it's way profitable now. So look, it said it made 11.2 million in the box office. I can't imagine its budget being too crazy. Let's see if they even mention anything. Yeah, see, though utilized AI generated art and 3 briefly featured still images received criticism. Mm-mm-mm. Terrible. Shutter's crushing it too. I think I was gonna do a video like that too. Just like what are the best? Because so far to me, this is probably like the best original that Shutter has ever done. Like they've had some good ones, but damn, dude, I don't ever recall Shutter actually doing like a best of a year. You know, Like it was never like, oh, that was cool. It wasn't like, whoa, dude, that's the best horror movie of the whole year on Shudder. So, well, we gotta look out for this guy too. Well, yeah, he doesn't even have a page. Colin and Cameron, were they like brothers who directed it? Yeah, I can't find it. Maybe I'll look under. I don't know why Pornhub comes up. That's just how my Safari is. I don't even use the laptops for Pornhub searches. All right, late night with the devil budget. I think its budget is in the 1.1.5 million range. So, yeah, okay. So if that's true, and they made like $1 million, it was off of 1.1 million or something like that. It made like $10 million in profits, and I don't think I even saw a commercial on a TV. They probably used all their marketing budget for, I think, like bumper ads on YouTube or something like that. So I've been marketing and everything too. I know the Google ads is the most expensive ones, but yeah. Hey, what's up, Albert? God give it up for the teacher from Coblet from those nice hips. Oh yeah, she had the big hips, dude. Pow. Oh, what's up? Did you answer? Sorry, I barely turned it live. Oh, okay. I guess I just answered that hip question. Sure. Cobweb was cool too, but I don't think we'll ever see a sequel to that or something like that. But yeah, Late Night with the Devil. Let's see if they're even are they even going to announce a sequel or something like that? As the time of this writing, there is no concrete news regarding a sequel to the hit horror, but there is every reason to believe might be returning to screens once again. Oh, are there other people? Dude, people are. Is it based on a true story? All right. I don't know. All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. I could only do it for 40 minutes or something like that. But I was going to watch Abigail and have another spoiler stream about that in the future. So, all right. Thanks to everybody. Take it easy.